The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Cowboys StoryLine, brought to you by Gillette, the official razor of the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Nick Eatman.
Hello and welcome to Cowboys Storyline. I am Nick Eatman. It is Monday, August the 4th. Beautiful Oxnard, California. And we are coming to you live here to talk some Cowboys football. So much has happened, even though nothing has really happened officially. But there sure have been a lot of talk out here, and this is a perfect show for you guys to sound off and talk about it. Want to hear from you guys. Want to see some of you guys. I mean, I'm a little bit concerned on how the calls are going to come through here, because so much of the regular fan base for this show is actually here. We got to see them last night. Chris Beam and I, some of the other writers, got to see, I think it was 7 of them out here in Oxnard. 3 of the captains were there. Of course, Rob in Vegas, Irene, Dylan. But we'll talk about the whole group that's here. You can't forget, let's see, Sergeant Sue, David. He was here, Davion, Paula, Jonte. So a lot of good fun last night, talking about things, talking about the show. Of course, they're going to be here talking practice, and we're going to have them on another show as well. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let's start with another guy on the phone that's so much a regular. He probably would love to be here too. Brian in Kansas City's first. Brian, what's up?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
Well, I can't believe how easy it was to get in. Now I know why.
Well, that's not fun.
There's no competition to get in today. Yeah. Everybody's out there. There's nobody calling.
Yeah, well, call back, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding. No, it was great to hear that.
It's the show difference. I mean, this is the first time we've actually been on a Monday. We had these Tuesday, Thursdays. Now we're on Monday, so it's one of those things. So you guys have to adapt to the different times. I don't doubt that will happen.
Yeah, well, plus 5 or 6 of the people that call in every week being out there with you in person, that probably makes a difference.
Right, for sure. So what's up, man? Let's talk.
Well, I was just thinking through. Obviously, this happened after your last show, all the hubbub and everything, and I don't really get upset about the contract stuff anymore, because it's just I've seen so many of them.
Right.
I'm an older guy. I can remember Clint Murchison famously ducking Roger Staubach, and the old story was Roger had to climb out onto the window to get his attention. I don't know that ever happened, but that was a story that somebody wrote, at one time.
Never heard that.
You think about, yeah, it's just a crazy story, right? He had to he climbed out onto the window because he kept ducking him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't, just kind of, and then, think back after week 2 in '93. Charles Haley just losing it in the locker room, supposedly, saying we can't win with a blanking rookie running back. With that contract, with that contract standoff. And I guess I just don't worry about it until something actually happens. From what everybody said, the Cowboys have no intention of trading him. I don't know any of the parties involved. I don't know whether that was bluster, as a negotiating point, or that's how he really feels, and, that he really doesn't want to be there. And obviously, as a ton of people have pointed out, somebody else on the Cleveland Browns just did this a couple of months ago. Said, I don't want to play here anymore. I want out of here. You guys trade me. And then signed a deal, a month later or whatever it was. So
yeah.
I figure I'd just throw it back in your lap. Give me your whatever your favorite contract negotiation standoff story that you could remember in your time there that you got to see kind of more up close and personal than the rest of us do. And I'll leave it at that, man. Good to talk to you.
I mean, favorite contract it's like, what's your favorite trip to the doctor? I mean, like, I don't know. They're not fun. I mean, none of this is fun. But I get it. I mean, it's probably, I think, a better way to say it is what's the most interesting, and it's probably this one. I mean, like, I can't. There's been nothing like this when you think of, on one hand, it sounds worse than it's ever been with anyone else because he is vocal. He's here. He's done an interview, and then he has his own platform to talk and do what he did on Friday. On the other hand, he's here. I mean, what kind of stance is he really taking? He's showing he's not going to get fined for missing practice. You think he's going to miss a game? No. No one thinks that. So, on one hand, it sounds as worse as it's ever been because, I mean, Myles Garrett did that in theory. He didn't do it the same way. He certainly didn't write like a 3-chapter book on Twitter, you know. So I say all that, like, this has been the most interesting because it's things that are actually happening in a hold-in situation. Do I think that it's not going to get resolved? No, I think it will. I'm sorry, let me say that the right way. I think it will be resolved for sure. All right, but when? Before the season, maybe out here, maybe when we get back. That's what happened with CD when they got back. That's kind of what I would guess. All right, let's go to Armando in Mexico City. Armando.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine. How's California?
Well, it's nice. It's cool when it needs to be cool. It's kind of hot when it needs to be hot. It's a little bit of both, but we're not complaining about the heat. But it's fun. It's good weather. Good weather out here.
Good to hear
good
that.
Practice. Good,
so I see some
good stuff. Go ahead.
Yes, I see some of the gang is there for the practice and to meet you guys. So great stuff from the whole StoryLine team. I mean.
Oh yeah, it's been cool. Like last night, Chris and I got a chance to chat with them and hang out for a little while and tell some stories and talk bad about all the people that weren't here. All the other callers. And but it was cool. It was good to put a face with a voice. So.
Yeah. So if and when there's again a Cowboy game in Mexico City, I'll take you and Chris to get some nice tacos, real tacos, not that weird stuff you have in Texas.
Oh, okay.
So it will be fun.
Like real stuff? Yeah. Oh man, we'll be up for that because we like to eat. So
sure.
that'd be cool. And I think there was it sounds like that maybe next year that could happen. So.
No, I wish. So Nick, who's your pet cat from this training camp? There's always one.
Yeah, there is. Who's yours? I mean, I know you're not here watching practice, but from the stuff that you're reading and all that, who stands out to you that you're intrigued about that I guess others have been intrigued about?
Well, other than the obvious, from the big hirings and the top draft picks,
we lose you. Uh-oh. I don't think we lost Armando here for the call. Why don't we... Are you there, Armando? No, he's off? Okay. All right. Well, Chris, you got any other caller on the line? All right. Sorry, Armando. Hopefully you can call back. I'll try, and I'll answer that question as well. For me, the guy that I'm really excited, I'm interested in who's running the football. I mean, who the starting running back is going to be, who the backup running back is going to be. And something's got to give here. And I just have this sneaky suspicion that Phil Maffa is going to do enough to be around. Jaden Blue's going to be here. Javonte Williams, probably Miles Sanders. They haven't cut Deuce in 2 years. I mean, are they going to really part ways with him? So I'm interested in all the running backs for sure. But Phil Maffa is the one I just keep coming back to because I just think now it was Brevin Spanford and it still is because he got hurt. He's going to come back. But Brevin Spanford is the one I really want to keep an eye on. So those are like my kind of pet cats, if you will. I think that they've got something to it. All right, let's go to Richard in Allen, Texas.
How's it going? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? First time caller?
Good. First time caller, but I've been listening to you guys for a long time. I wanted to tell you something.
Sure.
So in like 08, 09, you had a fantasy football league that you did with the listeners, and I was on that with you guys. You and Derek Eagleton.
Oh, yeah. I think I finished last in that one. I didn't do so hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah. How'd you do in that league? Did you do well?
I didn't. I got smoked too.
Yeah. If there's no skin in the game, for when it comes to fantasy, I mean, I'm the guy that might start with an empty guy on the roster or something like that. Now, if there's something to be won at the end, believe me, I'm at the I'm 12:01. I'm getting guys on Wednesday night off the waiver wire, but if not, I'm like, so whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you got for us?
I just want to talk about, I honestly, I've been a Cowboys fan like everyone else. I'm the biggest Cowboys fan forever, going that way. But I feel change, right? I feel like Shoddy is bringing change.
Yep.
And the contract talk is kind of just weighing it down, so I'm working my way around that because we all know it's just negotiations. He ain't going nowhere. But I just want to say that, man, for the first time in a long time, I feel like something's going to be different now. Does that equate to a Super Bowl? I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I'm a fan that's going to be positive no matter what, but I do feel the change. And I was wondering, do you guys out there feel that way? Do you feel like maybe we're going to run this motion offense where, I heard somewhere where it was like, all the plays had some kind of motion and we're doing different things on offense and the defense is going to be different. What do you see?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year where you feel that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just you got a feeling. And as my friend Chris, one of my best friends, would always say, like, I have a feeling. It's like, well, it could be gas. That could be your feel, or it could be this. It could be what you're seeing. And I agree with you. It does seem like there's more to this. There does seem like this is going to equate to success. Maybe that's just first year coach stuff. We'll find out. That's the thing. We're about to find out sooner than later. But I think the foundation was still good. I mean, like, I don't think you go 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, and then all of a sudden you just suck. Now, in this league, the parity hits, and it hits quick, but I still think there's enough great players on this team that they can be good. They have to kind of tweak some things, and sometimes it is smaller little tweaks. Do I think it's going to happen? Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a very competitive team, but there's going to be so many tough challenges that it's going to come down to the little things. Do they get the turnover? Did they make the field goal? Did they get that fourth down stop when they really needed to get off the field? So these games are going to be so tight, and are they good enough to win those close ones? That's what it's going to come down to. So, all right.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
want to make one call up.
One
call out real quick. I think we're going to go into Philly week 1, punch them in the mouth, running the ball, playing tough defense, stopping the run, and win by a field goal. Yeah. I really feel that way.
Well, I think that would set the tone for everything. Thank you for the call. I mean, you do that, then you got everybody's attention now. But that being said, and I know that's what they want to do. They want to run the football. They want to be aggressive, and that's how you're going to have to do it. Now, Philly's got a tough defensive line, but you certainly can't be scared of it. And so I think if they did that and played, even win or lose, whatever, but show that what type of team that they're going to have. But like I always say, in week 2 is so important as well, because you got to show that all the emotions and the Thursday night and trying to spoil the party and all this kind of stuff. But now when it's regular week again, now you have to come back the regular week and do this in 7 days, or in this case would be 10 days, but whatever. Go back and what happens in week 2? What happens in week 3? Start to stack some wins together. And so that's what's going to be so important for this team, to be able to do that, establish something early and show that there's change, but then build off of it as well. All right, let's go. John, he's in Delaware. John, what's up, bud?
How you doing, Nick?
How are you?
I couldn't see, so I know that kind of puts it there for me being on the StoryLine team next year. So I'm going to try to set my game up a little bit.
All right.
I agree with the coaches. I really do like where the team is going. Part of my head is really that stuff because I feel like Jerry is putting a damper, and the rest of the Jones group are putting a damper on the fine side to do with the team. So, is there any chance that they do trade Micah
Not really. I mean, unless somebody just would call in and say, call them and say, we would offer the moon, and then to something where you'd have to be, you'd be silly not to entertain it. But I don't think that's what they want to do. I think that they view him as a player that can change the game, wreck the game, and you can draft those guys and the first pick overall, and he's not going to necessarily hit the way Micah Parsons has. So. These guys are difference makers, and they don't come around very often. And then, you just got to get them signed. And it's no different than some of these other guys that have happened. And I disagree with you when you say that Jerry and Steven are kind of dragging down the team by doing that. And I mean, you don't know what he's asking for. You don't. And the thing is that Micah isn't trying to break the record here for like 30 minutes. He's not trying to be the highest paid quarterback for just a week or two. He's putting it out there so far that he's going to be the standard. And he doesn't want to just be jumped by the next guy. And that's usually the way it works, but that's what they're asking for so much right now. They're just trying to get and meet in the middle. And they will. They always do.
I appreciate you. I mean, I just don't know how it works in the house. I'm not, with disrespect like that, how he's talking to the media about like that. I don't really know who you're talking on.
Yeah, and it's no different. I mean, Zach Martin got shots thrown at him. So did CD. So did Zeke. They all do. And this is really no different. But the difference is Micah's taking shots back, or at least he's not being quiet about it. But I still think it's all a game. It's all about leverage, and it'll get done. So, all right, John. Thank you for the call. Trying to step his game up to be on the All StoryLine team. I love it. Let's go to Rick in Massachusetts. Rick, what's up, man?
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Good. What's up with you?
It's the weekend.
It's been good. It's been good. Nothing feels like the weekend. You work on Saturdays. You're off sometimes on a Wednesday. I mean, there's just 20, 21, 25 days together, just all together. So it's funny when you say that. I don't even know what day it is sometimes, but it is Monday. I know that now.
You got to meet them last night. I was supposed to be out there, but my plans fell through.
All right. Well, it was a good time, and I have a feeling this is one of those things where it starts out this year with a good number, good solid group, and then it's just gonna build and build and build. And hopefully, if so, that'll be awesome. It'd be an annual thing. We get more people than that, and who knows? I mean, maybe there's people in the area right now that are like, oh, I'm coming out too. And if you're out and you're listening to the show and you want to kind of be involved with the group, I bet you can certainly get in there as well. So, all right.
Yeah. So is any update on any injuries? Are people coming back, or the ones that are slightly injured or whatever?
I can't sit here and tell you I've got a ton of injury updates for you today. That is one thing when you're coming off of a day off. That's what really important to listen to Shoddy here in a few minutes, because he'll have some of those. The one to kind of watch is Tyler Smith. I don't think they're too concerned with him with the knee injury. Kind of been in and out of the lineup some, but again, this is the time of year to keep your best players and to keep them healthy. So he's one that I wouldn't worry about. Terrence Steele did come back from an ankle injury. You're going to see Schoonmaker, Spanford. He'll be rehabbing. He's out of the boot that I saw. He might be in and out of the boot, but he'll be a few weeks. But for the most part, there's not a lot of major changes when it comes to injuries.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate the call. How about we take our first break here on Cowboys Storyline, and we'll be right back after this.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Altec Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, bringing you decades of audio excellence to elevate your Dallas Cowboys tailgate ritual. Equip your next pregame with the Sound Rover 180 with 6 hours of playtime, built-in microphone, multicolor light modes, and a rugged exterior that's built to last. Visit alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off. Altec Lansing, official audio partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Cowboys Storylines.
Segment is presented by Yeti, the official licensed Yeti. Cowboys gear is now available at the Stadium Pro Shops concession and on Yeti.com. Got my Yeti right here. Hope you guys, most of you guys got yours as well. The ones that didn't, we're still working on that. All right, let's go to Larry. He's in Midland, Texas. Larry, what's up?
Hey, nothing. How you doing?
I'm good. Is this first time call?
No, this is my second time.
Oh, second time caller. That's all right. You still get it. Here we go. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great.
Good. Well, the question I have for you is, we haven't heard a whole lot about the safety position. So how's the safety position looking?
That's probably a good thing. Not hearing a lot from it. I think it's going well. Malik Hooker's had a pretty nice camp. He's been very physical. He's around the ball a lot. Donovan Wilson seems to be flying around doing some nice things. So, like with any position, it's still one that you can only kind of judge so much. Awareness is the really big thing when it comes to safety. And you've got guys that have been around. Think about the backups at safety are guys that still play a lot. Marquise Bell and Wanye Thomas. I think Elijah Clark has done a pretty nice job as well as a rookie. So, it's going to be a very competitive battle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I'd like to bring up, and this is my opinion, okay? This is only an opinion, but my opinion of the Micah Parsons deal is I think that the fans are making too much of it and blowing it up too big. I don't think that the players on the field are thinking that much of it. They have what they have to worry about. And I think we need to stop worrying about it, and I think we just need to basically look at the team. What is happening with the team? Not so much of, Micah should do this and Jerry Jones should do this. Let them have their little tiff, if that's what you want to call it, or if it's not even that, that's what Jerry seems to think it is. I think Micah's building it up and blowing up into a fit, thinking that he can get them to move faster on their money issues and things like that. And so that's just kind of some of my opinion of the whole deal. I would like to hear more about football than I would about Micah being on the sidelines in a hoodie.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the game. That's what happens. Thank you for the call, Larry. And I don't think the players are as worried about it as you might think. Are they posting about it on social media? Okay, but if they're not posting about that, they're posting about something else. Does that mean they're not focused? I don't think so. I don't think it's affecting the team that much. I think it's getting blown up a lot because of some of the things being said. Jerry's saying stuff. Micah's saying stuff. And this team, the national media covers the Cowboys. That's what they do. He's a star player, and he's a star, figure, and he's here and he's not practicing. It's different. It's just a unique situation, and I think that it's like who's going to blink on this one, and they're negotiating every day. Are they talking to each other all the time? Is Jerry talking to the agent? Is Steven talking to the agent? on the phone, I don't know, but they're negotiating. They are talking to each other. It may not be on the phone or may not be in a text message. They are definitely talking to each other through the media. And that's what kind of makes this kind of an interesting thing. You act like the media is just the one. I mean, Jerry walked right over to the cameras. And Micah sent it out on social media. So it's not like they're the ones still doing it. Jerry walked. I mean, Micah's the one that said, I want to be traded. And Jerry, the very next day, walked right into where all the cameras are and all the reporters and said, what do you want to talk about? So who's blowing it up here? I just think it's a situation where it's being blown up. It's okay. All right, let's go to Zach in Atlanta.
What's up, Nick in Frisco by way of Oxnard?
What is
I'm
man?
switching it up every time.
All right. I like.
I don't know the right phrasing. If it's Oxnard by way of Frisco, Frisco by Oxnard.
Yeah.
You're the journalist. You got the degree. So, man, I want to make a statement. I'd like to be traded from the fandom of the Cowboys. Can we just? I just want a quiet team that goes to work and, isn't in the headlines. But I've done this before as far as, declaring I'm done and fed up, and I'm back every season. I'm on the line with you, man. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm bought in, but it would just be nice to have a quiet off season. It was quiet until last week, but that stuff will sort itself out. Two comments, and then I'll hang up.
Okay.
Three comments. One, shout out to the StoryLine group in Oxnard. They recruited me, but my wife's birthday is this week, so happy birthday to my wife.
Yeah.
Hoping to join next year, but I know it's going to be a good time for them. All right, so two players. One, we've got the training camp hero, Trayshawn Holden. We've heard receivers over the years who make a splash and then fizzle out or don't make the team. Is there anything you see different up till now with Trayshawn Holden? And then Phil Maffa, I think the Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa tandem could be something. But, I haven't really heard a lot from Phil Maffa. So before the preseason games get going, before the joint practice, any comment on those two players, man? That's all I got for you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been talking about Phil Maffa. I mean, I think he looks pretty good. Now, running backs don't get tackled. So when they make, a 30-yard run out in the open field, I mean, sometimes the defense thinks it could be a 2-yard loss, depending on who was there. Would they get their hands on him or not? But he's a big runner, physical. Speed. Both of those guys, really. I mean, one was a 7th-round pick, and then the other one was undrafted. Holden was undrafted, and remember, his college coach, Junior Adams, was at Oregon, so he knows how to coach him and knows what kind of player that they're getting. But I think anytime you're talking about running backs and wide receivers that don't get drafted high, and in this case, 7th round and undrafted, usually with a running back and receiver, there's a reason why, and it's speed or a lack thereof. That's pretty much the case here. And separation is going to be big for Holden. He's made some nice catches. He made some nice plays. Separation is going to be big. And the same with Maffa. Quickness, first step, get to the hole. When can you make that 5-yard run into a 12-yard run? Can you make that 1-yard loss into a 3-yard run? Just because of your elusiveness and your quickness and your awareness, and to see the hole and see the defenders and all that kind of stuff. But I think how they act, how they play in the games are going to be very, very big. They've shown, both of them have shown something out here, but just like with anything, you have to take it to the game. And we've seen countless examples of 5 to 10 players that did, more than that, 20 players that were great out here practice and didn't show up in the games. And we've seen some that weren't so great in practice and were great in the games, Dak Prescott. So, are you a gamer? We'll find out. All right, let's go to Corbin. Corbin in Stamford, Texas. What's up, man?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. What is up with you?
Nothing, just getting ready for school.
Getting ready for school. How old are you?
11.
So do you know my nephews? I mean, it's a small town. I mean, they called last week. Do you know Uriah Jeremiah?
Uriah Moreno and Jeremiah? Yeah, I'm actually one of their best friends.
Awesome. Okay, I wondered how this connection was. here. They called last week. So, anyways, what do you got? Who's your favorite player? I know you're a first-time caller. Who's your favorite player?
On the Cowboys?
Yes, preferably the Cowboys.
It has to be CD Lamb or Dak Prescott.
All right, CD or Dak. So what question, do you have a question about the Cowboys or a comment or anything?
What is your favorite player in your opinion?
All right. On the team right now or ever? All time?
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, my favorite player to watch is Micah Parsons. I mean, no doubt about it. Micah Parsons is the player that on defense you have to watch defense. He's made it must watch. A lot of people love the offense and the touchdowns, but he's been so great on defense that you have to if you have to go to the bathroom or have to get something to drink, you don't do it on defense because something big is going to happen. So for me, that's why I hope this thing gets done sooner than later. So I like to watch number 11 out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have any other questions, or we'll just keep it moving for other callers?
Not really. I don't have any questions about the Cowboys, really, but...
Okay. Well, that's probably all I can give answers for. I barely know what about this team, much less any other team, so I'll have to keep it at Cowboys. Corbin, it's good talking to you. Say hello to my nephews there and a lot of my family members there in Stanford, Texas. You guys have a good one, and good luck in school coming up, all right?
You too.
All right. Thanks. All right. That's awesome. So we have another caller here. You have another? Huh? Lester in Minnesota. Lester, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Chris? How's it going, man?
Well, he can answer, but I'm Nick, so I'm doing fine. I think he's doing fine, but he's always doing fine.
I meant Nick. I'm sorry,
okay.
brother.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all right,
hey,
Rob.
Man. Let's get to some football, man.
Let's go.
What's up with this Michael Parsons thing, man? Come on now. Every year we go through this. It's getting a little bit boring, a lot boring. I mean, let's pay the man and let's keep going.
How much do you want to pay him? How much do you want to pay him? Just whatever?
Whatever he's asking for, okay? And I don't mean literally that, but I mean within a margin. I understand it's negotiation. I get it. But there's always, like I said, I went to school for accounting. There's always a way to do things and to get everybody to be mostly happy. Okay, and this has been going on for a year or so. Come on now, you can't tell me that within that year. I mean, come on. This is a Cowboys thing. They do this every single year, almost every year. That is a pattern. That's not I mean, we can say, well, this team, remember, this guy held out in Cleveland, that guy over there in Baltimore, whatever. Yeah, that happens every once in a while with them other teams, but this team is like every year almost. That's a pattern. That's not well, this is that. So let's get this done, man. And I understand it's negotiation. I get it. But let's get it done.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones and the Cowboys and a lot of these big companies, they get sued a lot. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people try to sue big companies? I mean,
because they found some sort of loophole somewhere.
Right. But
they think they can get in there and.
Why not sue small companies? Why not sue a person that barely has any money? I mean, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to that. That you see someone with the money, then you're like, you know what, he's got it, and I'm going to go for it. And it's the same with the players, too. Like, the players see it. They see what happened last year, and they see what happened the year before and all that, and they're like, I'm going to hold on. This is how I get my money. This is how I get what I want. And maybe there's something to it. Maybe CD got more money because of it. I know Dak did. Dak didn't hold out, though. That's the thing. So, but I just think you have to remember that there's two sides to it. And if you say you should just pay him, just go ahead and pay whatever he wants. Just in December, when the team is signing players off the street that haven't played in 3 years and here having to start in the game and go because they have no money and they have no depth, just remember that the Cowboys caved and they paid Micah exactly what you wanted them to pay him, $4 million more on the salary cap this year. How many players could they have gotten that could actually play? But now they're playing with guys that probably should be in the CFL because they don't have any depth. So you got to remember.
Let me give you a quick summary. This is what I've never been a GM, okay, but this is what I would do if or something like this, because I've never been a GM, so I maybe have some holes in what I'm going to say. This is what you do. You think of a philosophy of what however you want to run your team, whatever team you want. Then you look at the colleges and you pick out the players that'll fit that system that you want to run. You get those players, or some, if you can't get them all, get close to all of them. Say it's 9 or 10 of them. You get them and you lock them up, okay? And then you sprinkle players around them. I'm going real fast because it's more to what I want to say than that. But you sprinkle players around, and you always looking for those replacements or those 10 players. You put them in a room. You say, "Hey, you're my core players. Everybody's gonna get paid. Let's get it done now."
Let me ask you this though. Hold on. This is a really important question. You put them in a room. Is their agent present in the room?
Well, yeah, I don't mean I'm going real fast. You may put them all in the room together, or you may just do one by one, but you let them all know, all 10 of those, that, hey, you are my players, y'all going to get paid. Some players may get upfront money, some players may get up back money, but whatever you want, for the most part, you'll get. And that's how you do it, man. Come on now. Okay. And then you sprinkle players around them.
What do you think? What do you think they're doing? How is that not what they're doing? How's that not what they're doing?
Because of what you just said. You just said that they end up paying them too much, but you pay them beforehand. You let them know. Look, if you want to be part of this, this is the plan.
Don't you think? Yeah, don't you think the agent? Don't you think?
They don't agree, Nick.
No, I'm just saying. But the agent, they're not. The Cowboys would love to do that. They're not all Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson wanted to sign now. A lot of players don't. A lot of players are waiting. I mean, there's a contract there. There's a number there. CD didn't want it. Micah didn't want it. I mean, Trayvon Diggs wanted it. Trayvon wanted it. So it happens. They've done both. They've done both.
You may have to overpay a few of them, or you just say, hey, it's a competition. Like I said, you always looking for their replacement anyway. You just let them know. Say, hey, if you're not with this, that's fine. Then, we'll go from there. But you're looking for their replacement because this is your philosophy you want to run. So you're going to always look for their replacement anyway, so you can keep it going.
That's exactly what this team has done. They drafted. Who did they draft in the second round? Ezeraku. Is he going to replace Micah? Probably not, but that's kind of what they're doing. I mean, that's kind of what...
But no, Nick, because
yes, Lester, yes.
We get players that are hurt, and you're not going to play them anyway, man. You can't do that. We get more hurt players in the second and third round than anybody, I think. I don't think... I'm not saying no one else does that, but we get more of them than anybody. And those are your premium picks, man. Those are potential starters. Yeah. You get hurt players if you want them. You get them down the line. Now, every once in a while, sure, but not every 3 years you get a hurt player. That's too much. That's too many.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call, Lester. It's hard. It's hard for anyone to try to understand what's happening when you don't know any of the sides, and I'm putting myself in there too. I don't know the side. I don't know the conversation that's being had. We don't know that. We don't know exactly what's being said here and there. I think if everybody kind of knew what it is, then it'd make a lot more sense. I mean, if Dak agreed to $60 million a year, and if CD went to 34, what do you think they were asking for? Do Do you think it was always that? I doubt it. I doubt it. This is what negotiation is, and nobody's going to negotiate in any deal better than Jerry. So he's not just going to say, okay, this is what you want, and then we'll do it. It doesn't happen that way. So you got to remember where it must have started here and must have started here, and this is where they ended up. All right, let's go to break here on Cowboys Storyline. Be right back.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Altec Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, bringing you decades of audio excellence to elevate your Dallas Cowboys tailgate ritual. Equip your next pregame with the Sound Rover 180 with 6 hours of playtime, built-in microphone, multicolor light modes, and a rugged exterior that's built to last. Visit alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off. Altec Lansing, official audio partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Cowboys Storylines.
We still got a couple more weeks of training camp. Make sure and get your training camp preview today. It's your local pro shop or DallasCowboys.com/star. Gives you all insight on the players, position battles to watch, and a big pull-out schedule for the season as well. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. We got Erwin in Colorado. Erwin is up.
Hey, Nick, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing great. First off, I want to thank you and Nick for that awesome tumbler that you guys sent me. Really great addition to my mug collection. Thank you very much for that.
What's going on today? I don't understand. I'm Nick, and that's Chris, but that's all right.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
I know that. That's why I'm saying, Nick, I want to thank you personally, you and Nick, for getting those things out to us.
Sounds good. Okay. All right. What do you got?
So that last call, it was extremely frustrating hearing him talk. I mean, I agree with you 100%. You just can't cave in to players and just pay them what they want. I understand they have agents, and the agents, of course, everybody knows agents are going to want their money too, right? They get paid for representing these players, so the agent's definitely going to try to get as much money as he can for the players. But, I mean, I think all the Cowboy fans need to keep in mind, the Cowboys have been stuck in this vicious cycle for like almost 30 years, paying, your top players, what is it, like 4 or 5 top players. They take up, 50, 60%, maybe not quite that much of the cap. And
right.
Where does that leave for everybody else? How do you build a team for backup players when your starters get hurt? And this is exactly what happens to the team every year. You get these big-time players like Diggs and Parsons, not so much Parsons, but other players on offensive line, they go down, and then, they end up, not making the playoffs or whatever. I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, the depth is so important, and you can't just give them, like you say, you can't just give these guys what they want. It's part of it, and those players and agents they're no different than your kids. I mean, you ask your kid, hey, it's time to go to bed. What time do you want to go to bed? I think you should go to bed at 9. What time do you want? 11:30, midnight. You're like, no, let's talk about this, and maybe 9:30. I'll deal with that. Then maybe you can negotiate. But if you just give them what they want, they're going to be eating chips and candy and pizza all day and going to bed at midnight. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying you can't get that. It's no different than what happens here. I mean, it starts here, and that's how you negotiate. But if every player got what they wanted, you'd have 16 players on your roster, and you wouldn't even have like a half of defense. I mean, it's just you have to be smart about it. So I think you get it, and I just know there's frustration. I mean, Lester in Minnesota, he gets it. He's just frustrated. You're frustrated with it. All right, thanks for the call. Let's go to KC Joe. He's in KC.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Nick.
Morning. How are you doing? We started with Kansas City. We're going to end with Kansas City.
Hey, Hey, the one thing that nobody's talking about is the kicker. I haven't heard anything about the kicker. How's he looking?
It doesn't matter because kickers out here in Oxnard don't get evaluated well because it is a tough place to kick. Wind is always going one way. I mean, your extra points barely even make it over the line. But he seems to be making the ones that he's made, and I think he's going to be totally fine. Nobody's talking about the kicker, but I think that's a good thing in this case.
That is a good thing. I just was curious because normally, everybody's talking about everything else.
Yeah.
I just hadn't heard about the kicker. So
the kicker's doing great. The head coach is doing outstanding as he walks by to his press conference here, which means it's about time for us to get out of here as well. No, he's doing great. You have any other question, Joe?
No, that was it. Thank you, Chris. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, I'm Nick.
I'm Nick.
Yeah, it's
sorry,
okay.
Nick. I know who you are. I apologize.
All right, it's okay. All right, that's 3 times in a row. That's a trend. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. All right, well, for Nick Eatman, I'm Chris Beam, and I'll see you next time on Cowboys Storyline. We'll see you on Wednesday. But before I get out, just stay tuned to the website. We are going to have a special show probably tomorrow. We're going to have it. We're going to put all the guys that are here up here on the set. We're going to talk to them as well. That'll be a cool thing. We should be doing that tonight. Look for that tomorrow. All right. We'll see you on Wednesday for the official show on Cowboy Storyline. See you then.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this?